Hi, I'm Lynn Bridgeford from the Aetherbios Clinic and Aetherbios Yoga, and today in our Quick and Easy series we're going to be looking at a quick and easy way to stretch the hamstrings. I will also show you how important it is to have good form when you stretch the hamstrings, otherwise it's counterproductive. So join me in a minute. If you have a belt or something you can use, somewhere to sit, something to put your foot up on, and that's all we need. See you in a moment. So the hamstrings are at the back of the thighs. They go from the sitting bones down to the back of the knees, and they're big bands of muscle, and they can very quickly get tight if we've been sitting a lot. And even when I was dancing a lot after a weekend off, they would be tight again. So it's all relative to where you are, and what we want to do is to gently stretch them. If the hamstrings are tight, they're going to pull down on the back, so it's really important to keep your hamstrings nice to be able to feel good and free in your back. I'm going to start with a sitting stretch on the hamstring. So if we bring one leg up straight, sitting on the sitting bones with the shoulders above the hips, the other leg down, and if you can engage the kneecap and thigh and straighten the leg, lift up in your core and then fold forwards with a nice straight spine, no tension anywhere, and just find the stretch at the back of the leg from the back of the knee up to the butt. Now I see a lot of people doing this. That's not actually going to do much of a stretch on the hamstring. In fact, if you're curling around your back, all the nerves that feed the hamstrings come out from the low back, and if you're stretching the hamstring for a back problem, that's counterproductive because you're going to be putting strain on the low back, so you're not helping. So rather than going far in a bad form, we need to sit up straight, keep the legs straight if you can. If you can't, you can bend it a little if you're really tight, and then lift up nice and tall, keep the shoulders relaxed, bring the belly forwards and find where you can be. So the whole body is nicely lined and you're stretching right in the hamstring. When you get to where it feels a little tight, just breathe. You might like to have a little wiggle to take any tension out and come back up. Now I'm very flexible in my hamstrings, and I can get a stretch with good form by not going very far. So it's not how far you go, it's how effective your stretch is. Similarly, we can do that standing. So you can bend the supporting leg if you like for stability. Have a leg up on something, it doesn't have to be this high. And again, this is bad form. So keep nice straight in the spine, straight leg, and gently bring the belly forwards, then the chest, and let the stretch happen in the hamstring. If you want a little more out of it, you draw the toes back, so you're stretching all the way at the back of the leg. Stick the butt out a bit and fold forwards. If you find a tight spot, back off a little, breathe, and then invite the body to let go. Stretching happens by relaxing, so any force we put in the body's going to fight back, so it's counterproductive. So getting a good alignment, getting the muscle that you want to stretch in a good place, and then consciously moving, breathing into it and listening to what's happening in the muscle. You can look it up online, there'll be lots of pictures, or you feel it back of the knee up to the butt. If you have a belt or a dressing gown cord, you can also use that for the hamstring. So bring the belt around the foot. Straight leg, again sit up nice and tall. If you need to have it lower, that's fine, just find what works for you. Engage the kneecap and thigh, knees and toes up to the ceiling. Lift up in the core, sit up nice and tall, and then again we bring the belly forwards. So all the work is going in the hamstrings, there's no tension anywhere else. We want to release the tension in the hamstrings. So once you're there, if you want to let go a little, let the foot go and then draw it back. Sometimes when we're stretching, it's good to relax and go back into it. Again, you can stick the butt out, you can draw the toes back, you can bend a little further. We never want to go into pain, so if it starts to hurt, back off and ease your way in with a breath. I'm also a fan of a wiggle, so if you find where you can be, and just to release any tension, you can have a gentle wiggle. It kind of activates all the fascia that's around everything, and release. You can also do this sitting in a chair. Don't worry about this leg, it will be down. I just don't have space to do that. So if you're sitting on your chair, edge of your chair, bring the foot in front of you, legs straight, lift up nice and tall, and then slide forward. So we want to face over that leg, because if we're going a different angle, we're not getting the right stretch on the hamstring. So going forward straight over the leg and look to the toe. We can draw the toes back, send the heel away, stick the butt out, and again, that is much better form than this. So keep the back nice and straight, think about the nerve supply. We want the electricity from the central nervous system to be nice and free to feed the muscles. So we want to give the body the best opportunity to stretch. Thank you so much. That's Lynn Bridgeford, Are You the Bios? Please subscribe, like, write in the comments below, and go across to my other channels. I have Instagram, Lynn Bridgeford. I have Facebook channels for the clinic, for the yoga, and interact with me on all the channels, and I would be happy to connect with you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Thank you so much.